Yes, please.
So my question is from the grooming.
Mhm.
So so the does the grooming happens before the sprint planning?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
So
It
is
has to
there
happen. It has to
so
happen before planning.
so the grooming is done by only product owner, or do the Scrum Master has to participate in it?
Scrum Master has to schedule it. Scrum Master has to be there, but it would be driven by the product owner.
It will be done by the product owner.
It has to be driven by the product owner, but Scrum
Yes.
Master is needed definitely.
Okay. So how often does the grooming happens? Is it just one for every 1 hour for every backlog, or does the
No,
grooming?
grooming, you know, it depends. The product owner can request as and when needed.
Okay.
There can be multiple sessions also required if
Okay.
if the discussions take more time.
Oh, okay. All right. So so my second question is, how often does this happen? You mentioned something about it only happens 1 hour, but how often does this happen? As like you said, as per the requirement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, for grooming, there is no hard and fast rule. 1 hour.
Okay.
You can have multiple sessions for multiple
Mhm.
hours also.
Okay. My second question is,
Mhm.
what is the difference? What is the role of a project manager versus the product manager? I know the product manager brings the task, right?
Mhm.
But what is the role of a project manager? Is the project manager do they work under the development team?
Product manager is the person who is
Yeah.
more worried about the product. He says, "Look, I need a product called WhatsApp. I need it like this.
Yes, yes, that's a
Now,
product manager.
correct. Now, a project manager, you get it executed. How you do it? Okay, you plan. You know what has to be done now, right? Now, take it back. You plan it. Come up with a detailed plan and deliver within the timeline. That execution piece of it. How do you get executed? Is the headache of the project manager. You know, but product manager wants the product. Product owner, product manager tells what I want. Project manager tells a project manager is responsible how to execute that
So the
or how to.
project manager has a team. So does he work with the development team, or is it just an outsider project manager?
See, project manager directly doesn't work with the development team, but definitely with the Scrum Master, product owner, and the dev leads. That should be enough. Need not work with individual developers.
Okay. All right. Okay. Those were my questions from the
Okay,
previous.
sure, sure. Okay, great. Thank you, thank you. I hope my screen is visible.
So yeah. So if the they call it the product backlog, right? The backlog provided by the product owner is are called product backlog, isn't it?
Ye- Yes,
And after we do the sprint planning and we do sprinting during the time of when we present the product, what is it called? Is it still called product backlog, or is it called something else? The final product,
final product is called as incremental product. See here,
incremental product.
yeah, incremental product. I explained it somewhere, right? Yeah, see
Yeah.
this product. This is called as incremental.
Oh, so that's the incremental. Okay. After.
Yeah. Any other
Okay.
questions?
All right. Yeah. Incremental. Is it also called practical product?
Critical product if the product is completely done. If the product is completely done, then you can call it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's get started. Now, today we'll learn about try to understand more on each and every ceremony. So, just give me 1 minute. Let me open the Excel that we are referring to.
Okay. This is the daily stand up.
Yeah. So, if you see here, I told daily scrum or stand up happens every day for 15 minutes,
Yeah.
right? So, the daily scrum meeting is a short everyday meeting. So, ideally it should be first thing in the morning.
Uh-huh.
However, however, if your team is not co-located, the team is distributed across, then we need to figure out a way where you can schedule time that works for everyone.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And but what happens in this daily stand-up meeting? Daily stand-up meeting, again, this meeting is scheduled by you and driven by you, Scrum Master. Okay,
Okay.
scheduled and driven by you. Okay. Now, what's your responsibility here? Your responsibility is more like, okay, we just have 15 minutes. It's time box. You cannot exceed more than 15 minutes, right? And if there are any ambiguity within the team, as Scrum Master, you need to solve it, right? Now, be it in the Scrum call or outside the Scrum call, however it is, yeah. So each team member who works towards the completion of a given sprint needs to participate. Who should participate? All the developers, Scrum Master, product owner, nobody else. Nobody else. Okay. During this meeting, each team member should briefly provide the answers to the following three questions. These are the three questions to which the team members, that is product owner, Scrum Master, or the development team, they're responsible to answer three questions. Meaning, they have to provide an update on these three questions. Right? What did I work on yesterday? What am I planning to work on today? And if there are any issues or blockers. Simple. Right? What did I work on yesterday? What am I planning to work on today? And if there are any issues or blockers. Okay, makes sense?
Uh-huh.
Any questions here?
No.
No. During daily scrum is a very important meeting for you, and you will schedule it. You will try this meeting every day.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Next is sprint review. Sprint review. Yeah, sprint review is what? Review is nothing but we are reviewing all the work that is done by the team in the sprint. That is, in 2 week sprint, whatever the team committed and worked on, it's time to showcase that. It's time to showcase that. When do we do that? It happens on last day of the sprint.
Is this when we build our Scrum backlog also?
Come again?
So, is this when we prepare our Scrum backlogs?
No, sprint review meeting is you are you are getting your product reviewed at the end of the sprint. This one, you're getting your
Oh,
product reviewed with
you
stakeholders.
are you talking about the retrospective meeting review?
Retrospective is different. I'll
It's
come to
different.
that.
Okay.
I'll
So
come to
review
that.
is different than the retrospective.
Yes, 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 yes.
But
Right.
the review happens only after the increment, you were saying, right?
Yes, last day of the sprint.
Okay. I know that you said sprint backlog is everyday task for a Scrum Master. Those are the
Correct.
Scrum
Correct.
backlog you said. So yeah, I'm trying to understand what would be the difference with the sprint review versus the sprint retrospective.
Sprint review is about showcasing the work that is done to the whole world. When I say
Okay.
whole world, you involve all the stakeholders needed,
Okay.
right? And take feedback from them.
All right.
Who are the stakeholders? It can be a customers, end users, whoever it is. Call them for the review. Call them for the review. Showcase what is being done. Take feedback. And if there are any changes suggested, do it. Make sense? Like assume you are my customer. I built a take an app, maybe a maybe a shopping app or a dating app. I built a dating app, and
Okay.
it's time for me to showcase it to you. I
Okay.
showcase it to you. You give feedback to me. Hey, look, this is how it has to be. I think this is not it. That is required. All such feedback you take, go back, do the changes, and show it again next time. That's how it works. Make sense?
Okay.
Any questions? Transparent review?
No.
No. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Next is retrospective. Retrospective meeting. What is retrospective meeting? Retrospective meeting is a meeting that happens on the last day of the sprint. Finally, this is more about the process where you showcase all the work that is done. Sorry, you discuss about you discuss about what went well, what did not go well, what did we learn new, and what should be done different, what should be done differently in the upcoming days. Okay, so this is where you discuss the practices. This is like we are trying to improve ourselves every sprint. We are trying to improve ourselves. That's the point. Okay, so it can be like what went well can be, hey, the team no uh, the team worked really hard to complete it. The the demo or review with the stakeholders went was good. Was good. And what else? It can be the team bonding was good. All these points can be like what went well. What did not go well can be maybe the requirements are not clear. The server was down for a couple of hours. All these things can be what did not go well. In case if the team had learned any new technology or anything, it can be mentioned here. And finally, what should we do differently can be like, take the points that did not go well, like, requirements not clear and all, right? So those things, you can improve and do it differently in the next sprint. Make sense?
Okay.
Any questions? This is
No.
retrospective meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Huh?
When is sprint goal? What is sprint goal? Sprint goal is a high-level summary of the goal the product owner would like to accomplish during the sprint. Basically, it's not product owner; it's a complete team who what we would like to accomplish during the sprint. Frequently elaborated through a specific set of product backlog items. Meaning, assume you are trying to complete a registration module in the sprint. That's a sprint goal,
So
right?
I can ask you a question. So
Yeah.
when there's a product backlog, right? There might be, let's say there's 10 product backlog, right?
Items, then product backlog items. Yeah.
10 product backlog items presented to the Scrum Master, to the sprint team, and the Scrum Master has to finish those logs. So he might do like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 log items at this project, and then after that he's gonna do another 3, and then the remaining 4 maybe. So who determines how many
Product
workload?
owner. Product
Yeah,
owner.
product owner determines
Product
that
owner
this.
determines, but as Scrum Master, you have to tell, look, we have four resources. Four
Yeah.
resources can only do this much,
Yes,
not more
exactly.
than that. Huh? So
Right.
you both together have to decide it. Priority will be defined by the product owner. Capacity will be decided by you, the Scrum Master, because you know how many team members are there and all.
So the Scrum Master tells the product owner that, okay, we can only sprint 3 product log items.
Hmm.
Is that how product backlog item?
Come
Is that
again,
how?
come again, come again.
So, so if there are like tons of product backlog items waiting,
Uh,
right, to be
uh,
sprinted, who
uh.
determines who is going to determine how many product backlog items is to be sprinted?
Okay, it's a Scrum Master because the capacity is
The
Scrum
Scrum
Master.
Master. The,
Yeah.
ca- the Scrum Master looks into. So So is there a time frame given to the Scrum Master? Like they say, the product owner comes to the Scrum Master and say, "Hey, I have 10 of the
No, all
pro."
this thing is decided in the sprint planning meeting itself.
Oh, I see. Yeah, during the
Everything is
sprint plan.
decided in sprint planning meeting.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, you're right. Yeah, the sprint planning meeting happens before the sprint. Yeah.
Correct, correct. That's why we have sprint planning meeting.
Right. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
No, not no no.
Okay. Clear on sprint goal?
Yeah, the sprint goal.
Sprint goal is short 1 or 2 sentences, you know, where we describe what exactly has to be done in the sprint. Short 1 or 2 sentences describing what the team is planned to achieve during the sprint. Okay? I hope it makes sense.
Sorry, say that again.
No, sprint goal makes sense.
Yes, the I'm reading the last sentence. The sprint goal is a short 1 or 2 sentence description of what the team plans to achieve during the sprint. Okay. So sprint goal, does this happen during the sprint planning then? That's my question.
Sprint goal is decided during the planning meeting. We said one of the
Yeah.
output of planning is sprint goal.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Sprint goal. Okay. That's all on the second module. Now let's go to the new module. This is on requirements elicitation techniques, also called as requirements gathering technique. Okay. This is more of a responsibility as a product owner, but as a Scrum Master, it's good if you can understand. So let's try to understand this. Okay. Now, first we'll try to understand stakeholder analysis. Who is a stakeholder according to you?
Stakeholders are, I don't know, they are the investor.
Who is a stakeholder? Investor. Okay. Investor is a stakeholder. Okay. Who else?
Who else? The product owner could be the stakeholder.
Yeah.
I don't.
Who else?
Mm, I don't know. The consumer.
Okay. So basically, stakeholder is nothing but who is stakeholder? Stakeholder is uh, anybody and everybody, anybody and everybody who has something to do with the project. Okay. Right. So stakeholder can be a developer, stakeholder can be a tester, stakeholder can be a customer. So anybody and everybody who has something, some contribution in the project or looking forward for the success of the project is a
Uh,
stakeholder.
so the Scrum Master is also a stakeholder.
Yes, Scrum Master is also a stakeholder.
Okay.
Anybody and everybody who is looking forward for the success of the project is a stakeholder.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So now we need to identify, we need to identify who are the stakeholders I need to handle, right? That process is called a stakeholder analysis. The
Okay.
process of identifying these people before the project begins, and then you need to group them according to the level of participation. Not all stakeholders are equally important, right? Like developer cannot be given same importance as like a customer, correct? So
Okay.
we need to group them according to the level of participation, interest, and influence in the project. How influential are they? How interested are they? So based on that, we need to group them. Okay. Now and then figure out how best we can communicate each of the stakeholder groups throughout the project. Okay. Then determine how best we can communicate the stakeholder group throughout the project. Okay. Now, so as I told, determine who your stakeholders are, group and prioritize the stakeholders, and then figure out how to communicate and get acceptance. Figure out how to communicate and get acceptance. Okay. So
Okay.
these are the 3 steps forward. Now, So I told stakeholders have to be grouped into categories, right? These are the four categories. Let me bring an example. Just give me one. Let me open a stakeholder management slide. Where is it? Stakeholder. Yeah, stakeholder. This is one example of stakeholder analysis. Okay. This is how you have to group them into four. Basically, stakeholders are classified into four buckets. These are the four buckets. On the x-axis, we have the interest level. On the y-axis, we have the power. How interested are they? How powerful are they? Is what we'll look into. So, first category is high power, highly interested people. Okay. You have to manage these people very closely. High power, highly interested people. You have to manage them very closely. You must fully engage these people to make the greatest effort to satisfy them. Right? You must fully engage these people, make the greatest effort to satisfy. Over there, they called us players. This is one example. Okay, they called us players. It can be a customers, it can be a change manager, it can be a project manager, it can be CIO, it can be anybody. It can be anybody you feel is the record for the project, right? Highly powerful and highly interested on the project. The second group of people, they're highly powerful. They're highly powerful, but they're less interested. Their interest level is low. So you have to keep them satisfied. High power, less interest. You have to keep them satisfied. So how do you do that? You have to put enough work in with these people to keep them satisfied, but not so much they get bored with your message. What do you mean by that? Who are they? They call us contact centers because they're very powerful, but due to their other commitments or lack of time, they might not focus completely on a project. They might focus, no, partially on a project, and they might have multiple projects. So they call us context setters. So finance team, they can change the context of your project itself. Like for example, if there's budget law, they're so powerful that they can stop your project. Legal team, if they see something wrong, they're so powerful that they can stop your project. Similar case, networking and security, web standards, all these things have to be taken care. Okay, so this is context. Next is next is low power, highly interested people. Low power, highly interested people. This group. So adequately inform these people and talk to them to ensure that no major issues are arising. People in this category can often be very helpful with the detail of your project. So a lot of knowledge lies here. Lot of knowledge lies here. Okay. So who are they? It can be your subject matter expert. It can be your training manager. It can be a outsourced call center manager. All these people can be the your subject. These set of people are called as subject. This group is called a subject. Okay. So we have to keep them informed because they can help us. And then low power, less interested people. Low power, less interested people. These are set of people who are like we have to just monitor these people, but don't bore them with excessive communication. Who are they? So it can be like your testers, developers, outsourced call center staff. All these people. They're like crowd. Okay, you tell what I should be done, I'll do it. As simple as that. Nothing more. Okay. This is how you categorize your stakeholders into multiple buckets. Any questions?
No.
This is on stakeholder management. Okay. Cool. Okay. Next is brainstorming session. What is brainstorming session? Brainstorming session, it's a technique that is used to gather requirements where it is used to, basically we try to generate new ideas and find a solution for a specific issue. Who is involved in brainstorming session? The member, in this brainstorming, it can be domain expert, subject matter expert, basically anybody and everybody who can give inputs on the project who can give inputs on the problem can be can be a, uh, can be involved in this meeting, right? Okay, they can be involved in this meeting. Multiple ideas and information give you a repository of knowledge, and you can choose from different ideas. Okay. Now this is what happens. Assume you are a business analyst. You have a problem statement like, hey, for registration, I want to decide on two techniques like register with Google or register with Facebook, register with Twitter, and all these things. There are multiple options, but I don't want to go with everything. I want only two, so I want to decide on that. So you set the agenda saying that okay, the goal of the meeting is to no, the goal of the meeting is to uh, figure out the registration technique, and then uh, define time limit. Maybe you define as 30 minutes or 1 hour. And then you identify the participants who all has to be involved. Maybe subject matter experts, domain experts, and all these people. And then next is about having the session itself, where you share and record ideas. You share all the ideas that's there. Maybe Google, Facebook, register with Google, Facebook, Twitter, and all those options will come. Discuss as many ideas as possible, and make sure you're giving an opportunity to speak to everyone. And then discuss the ideas and remove the duplicate ideas. And finally, you distribute the list. So you out of the 5 or 6 registration options that you have, you figure out you find like okay, we'll go with Google and Facebook based on discussion with various subject matter experts. Okay, that's brainstorming session. Any questions here?
No, we are talking about these are all the.
This is more of a product owner work. You don't worry. Okay,
Okay,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah.
for knowledge purpose. I'm saying.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Sure. Okay. This is brainstorming. Interview technique is nothing but where the the product owner will interview the stakeholders, right? So interview the customers, trying to understand what they need, right? What is an interview? Interview is like you ask questions to them. Hey, hey, what is the requirements that you're expecting? Right? So there are two kinds of interviews that can happen: structured interview and unstructured interview. What is a structured interview? A structured interview is an interview where you go with a set of questions and go to the customer, ask for answers, and come back. Simple. You get answers for those questions. Unstructured interview is like uh, you go to the customer, but you are not decided what questions to ask. You just go open-minded, try to understand the pain points of the customer, and come back with answer. Simple, right? So yeah, these are interviews where basically the product owner goes to the customer and gets the answers for questions that he is looking for. That will become the requirements, right? So for effective interviews, use 5 way technique. What is 5 way technique? 5 way technique is nothing but a technique that is used where you ask the customers, like for example, customer says, I want PayPal payment option for my app. You say, why do you want PayPal payment option? You ask, maybe the customer says, because I feel PayPal is more secure. Then you will ask, why do you think the credit card, debit card is not secure? Maybe the customer will say, because people hesitate to share the details or store the details. Then you explain, how secure your system is. Then if they still want to go ahead with PayPal, you can go ahead. Like the point here is, no, trying to ask why again and again to validate if the requirement that the customer is asking for is really a valid requirement. Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, no, no.
Okay. Oh, okay. Shall we stop here for today?
Okay.
Okay. Fine then. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Are you able to send me those slides?
Yeah, I'll send the recording. Sure. Sure.
So I don't think I can be in class tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I've already talked to. I'm gonna call the guy right now and see what we can do. I can do it on during the weekends, but not tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
And
Okay.
okay.
We'll figure it.
So
Okay.
Okay, so okay, I'll call the guy, okay, and I'll
Fine.
get in touch with you. Thank you, Rajiv.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.